Hey guys, welcome to Smokehouse Bayou. Hey look, today we're gonna smoke some pork chops, is the way Miss Shayla says it. And also some chicken quarters. Look, two great friends of ours, TJ and Ashley, are getting married this weekend. And guess who has been tasked with cooking for the rehearsal dinner? Me and Shayla. So we're gonna bring up some world-class pork chops and some chicken quarters and some other sides as well. But I wanna just kind of show you today how we're going to accomplish that. So stay tuned.
You ain't never had it so good. Smokehouse Bayou.
Well, like I said, man, we're going to do some pork chops today, and I tell you what, they are world class. Look, all we did, went to Sam's, bought, I don't know, it was a few pork loins. And I don't know if you know this or not, but when you go to Sam's, you can have them slice them for you. And we got them sliced nice and thick. You can see that. That's a good inch right there. And look, our method is very simple, all right? We use our Bayou steak dust on pork chops. And we're gonna do some chicken quarters in a little bit. We're gonna use our Bayou dust on that. But look, man, I just take these things and just season them good. Throw them in the bus boy. You can never have too many bus boys when you're cooking. They're useful for a lot of things.
One of my favorites.
Almost everybody loves a world-class pork chop. It's a southern thing, I guess. I don't know. I guess they got pork chops everywhere, but it seems like we ate a lot of pork chops when I was a kid. Especially when it would start getting cold. Because my grandfather had a farm, and as soon as it started getting cold, he'd say, "Boys, it's time to kill a hog." So, and they didn't waste anything on their hogs, for sure. But you can see, look, we're just coating that real good, and we've got to feed, I think it's 45 people tonight. So I've got at least 45 pork chops, and we've got some chicken quarters we're going to smoke as well. Because I'm going to tell you, this is going to take, the pork chops and the chicken quarters are going to take about the same amount of time to smoke them, right? So file that away. If you ever want to do two meats, it's always easy if you can pick two that you can finish up in about the same amount of time. So these pork chops and those chicken quarters are going to take right at 2 hours. Okay, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, but we'll be loading these here shortly. So you can see it ain't rocket science, but that steak does it. It does it. You know, when you have them cut it up, you'll have some irregulars, like this is one of the real fat ones. But we're gonna smoke that too. And if we got 45 pork chops and that's left over, me and Miss Shayla might have to arm wrestle for that, because I'm sure she's gonna vie for that one. That's good. Man, look, it's getting Christmas time. School's gonna be out soon. And I was talking to my son the other day, and I said, we were talking about school getting out. And anyway, it reminded me of a Jerry Clower story, okay? And it's real short. He just said, hey man, he woke up one morning, he was running late, took off to school, man, barely got out the house and running down the road, and he met Marcel coming toward him. And Marcel said, Jerry, ain't no need to go to school today. Somebody done let the air out of the basketball. He said, so we just turned around and went on back to the house. Man, the pork chops are seasoned and they looking good. Hey guys, my good buddy Danny, who owns, him and his brother have a tree business. They've been doing it for years and years. He had cut up a pecan tree a while back, and he brought me some pecan wood. So anyway, we always like to let it sit in the water a little bit before we put it in the old Southern Pride firebox right there. And that's gonna help it smoke a little better. So there's a tip. It doesn't matter what size wood you got. If you'll wet it before you start smoking with it, you'll get a little bit more smoke, and it'll make that wood lasts a little bit longer in that firebox too. So, hey, look, we're gonna load these pork chops. Then we're gonna season the chicken. But I'm just gonna put the chops on one side, and we'll put the chicken on the other. And we just go about halfway there.
Don't want no cross
Look at that. Don't want no cross contamination. We're gonna load these up. That reminded me of another story. You want me to tell another story, Shayla?
Please.
Marcel needed a job, right? And so what he did is he just went down to the local diner and hung out until he found somebody that would hire him. He'd go up to folks, look, man, you need any work done, please let me do the work. I'm a hard worker. I'll work harder than you've ever even imagined. I need some money, so let me do some work for you. Well, one of the guys finally said, Marcel, I got some work for you to do. Oh man, what you got for me? He said, I need you to paint my porch. He said, man, I'm the best porch painter there is. You'll never find a better porch painter. Let me come to your house and paint your porch. I need to work. And the guy said, fine. He said, jump in the back of the truck. We'll go on to the house and you can paint the porch. So Marcel rides with him. They get to the house. Marcel jumps out the back of the truck and the guy says, look, just go around the back of the house. You'll find the paint. You'll find the paint brushes. Just paint the porch, and when you get done, knock on the door and come let me look at it. Marcel said, man, I'm fixing to do a great job for you. So he ran around the house. About 30 minutes later, he knocked on the door. The guy said, yeah, man, what you need? He said, well, I'm done. He said, you done? He said, man, there ain't no way you painted that porch that fast. Marcel said, yes, it is. He said, it wasn't a porch either. It was one of them Mercedes. Oh my goodness.
I love your stories.
That was
I
a
love you
Jerry
telling
Clower
Jerry's
story.
stories.
I love Jerry Clower. All right, we're getting them loaded up. That's one bus boy. Like I said, you can't never have too many bus boys around. Second bus boy. Look at that. That's that big irregular. I'm gonna put all the irregular ones together. Now I'm supposed to be counting these things, but I haven't been. That is 4 times 5. That's about 16 right there, I think.
I think we're gonna have some left over.
You reckon?
Of course, TJ, he's probably gonna eat about 4 or 5 of them himself.
Yeah, that whole rack right there was for TJ. We got TJ and 44 other people.
Right.
Which come out to about the same amount of food.
Old Sasquatch.
Hey, while I'm doing this, y'all check out DBT Outdoors on Facebook and Instagram. And I think they've got, do they have a YouTube channel?
They do have a YouTube channel.
DBT Outdoors. That's our buddy TJ.
You know what that DBT stands for?
Duck, buck, and
Tusk, isn't it?
tusk, yeah. They're big time hog hunters, among other things, but I know TJ loves to hunt hogs. All right, we got the pork chops loaded. Now we got to season the chicken. Let's do it. All right, hey, now we got to season the chicken quarters that we're going to smoke along with those pork chops. And I just want to show you, on the chicken quarter right there, there's a little joint that's right about there. And if you'll take and pop that joint, and you can see that right there. You see that bone sticking out? You pop that, and oftentimes, you know, when you smoke chicken or whatever, it might look pink on the inside. And if you've been smoking barbecue chicken, you know, sometimes people don't like that, even though the pink on the inside is just a fact of life a lot of times. But if you pop that joint right there, it'll help alleviate some of that. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're using our Bayou dust. That's what we use on most of our chicken that we smoke, chicken wings, chicken quarters. We have done chicken breast with the steak dust, and Shayla really likes that. But look, we're gonna peel that skin back, and I've got the Bayou dust in a bigger container here, so I can use a little bit more at a time. But I'm gonna get a good coverage on this, and man, it just makes a pretty color when it smokes. Got a few little legs separate. And look, man, don't be scared to use some seasoning. Let's pop just a little joint here. There it goes. Sometimes it's easy to pop it, and sometimes it's not. You gotta have to kind of find it, but.
Here's a bowl, Greg.
Yep. Look, I'm gonna tell you what, I love eating chicken, and obviously a lot of people love eating chicken, but if you ever find a cook that tells you he likes to work with chicken, I just question his character. You know, you just kind of feel like,
There just about ain't nothing nastier than some chicken juice.
well, yeah, you feel like you just gotta clean the entire kitchen, even if you're working this one little area right here. So like this bottle that I got this Bayou dust in will be tossed.
Yeah.
It will be thrown away after I have all this chicken juice on it. But look, I got about 40, 45 of these to go, but you kind of get the process. There's a little joint right there. Pull that skin. And that is that. So I'm gonna get these finished seasoning, or finished getting, get these seasoned, and then we'll load those on the smoker. We'll go put some fire in the firebox and fire that Southern Pride up. I'm ready for this. We'll see you in a bit. Hey man, Miss Shayla jumped in there and helped me finish that chicken because it takes a little while to do 45 quarters, so it's always good to have a helper. And she pretty too. All right, we're getting the chicken quarters loaded on the opposite side of the pork. We get these loaded on the smoker. We'll go get the, put the wood in the firebox and get these bad boys going. That's good, I don't need any help. That's a pretty big old piece of pecan right there that I'm trying to put in one-handed and film at the same time. That's gonna put some good smoke on that chicken. And I'll tell you, that's a pecan. I also like grabbing some B&B cherry wood. So I'm gonna put a little bit of cherry in there with it. I'm sorry for the camera angles, but we're gonna put a little cherry in there with it. Hey, never be scared to mix and match your woods. It'll give you some unique flavors and kind of help you develop your own flavor profile. Let's get this thing fired up. Our Southern Pride here is kind of mounted in the wall there, and what we do is a little pat on the side, and that tells Shayla to cut that bad boy on. Hey, while we got the chicken and the pork chops smoking, I've got to get some baked beans together. This is the way Miss Shayla likes to do it. We'll mix some Bush's baked beans with some, I got the Spanish on this side. I couldn't read it. The primero cuando, no, anyway, start over. Okay. Hey guys, while we got the chicken and the pork smoking, we're gonna mix up some baked beans for tonight, and we'll just show you kind of how we do it. We got the pinto beans. This is Miss Shayla's method. She likes to mix. It's hanging in the bottom down there. She likes to mix these pinto beans with everybody's favorite bushes. Look at that. Gives it a little bit of variety. Mix that up. Then, man, let's tell you what, low budget spatula right there, that thing.
Because you were hard on it. Power mixing.
Alright. Now, we use a lot of brown sugar around here, and we just kind of do this to taste, so I don't have an exact for you. That's the great thing about cooking. Leave your own mark, you know? What you think, Shayla? Is that enough?
Maybe a tad,
A
maybe.
little bit more?
That's good.
I like that.
Yep.
And then we like to mix our Smokehouse Bayou barbecue sauce in our beans
Yes.
because it works with our flavor profile. What do you think? Right there. And look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a top on this, and then we're just gonna put it right in the smoker with the chicken and the pork. Get ready. I don't know.
Smells so good.
What you think? You think we need to put a little bit more barbecue sauce in there? You like it like
Looks
that?
good to me.
Looks good?
Can I have some?
You know you can. All right, that's stirred up pretty good. I'm gonna put a top on it, and we'll put it in the smoker. Stop. Look, oftentimes when we've got to smoke a pan or something in the smoker, we'll just go ahead and cover the top with aluminum foil, and that way the stuff that drips down, when you take that off, top is nice and bright and clean. Alright, just let some of that smoke come off of there, and we'll put these beans in there. Alright guys, I'm gonna check these pork chops. Now look, my cameraman had to go do some errands, so I'm gonna do this and hopefully do a good job. But let's take a look at these chops. Alright, I got my thermopop out. Open up this smoker, let some of that smoke off. We got a smoke extractor on this Southern Pride, and when you crack that door open, it'll kind of pull most of that smoke out. But you can see it coming out. Good gracious. Now here's the pork chops. Good gracious. Well, let's just go ahead. 162. Boy, they are getting real close. Go side inside here. There you go. That's a better reading just to go crossways on 176. Let's check this one out right here. 172. Yeah, buddy. You know, you gotta go 165 on pork. Oh yeah, these things are ready. These things are ready. The chicken's looking good. It's probably not quite ready, but we're gonna go ahead and get these pork chops off. Alright. Suckers in the pan. Now I tell you, one advantage among many, I guess, of this Southern Pride smoker is how quickly you can get the pit back up to temp. You know, because when you're smoking two kinds of meat, you're smoking two kinds of meat, and you got to get one off before the other. And a lot of smokers, you know, you'll lose temp in your pit. But with the Southern Pride, you will lose temp, there's no doubt, but it'll come back real quick. Hey, look, guys, it's been an amazing day. You've seen what we've been smoking today for TJ and Ashley's rehearsal dinner. But in the meantime, I've had to get my truck fixed, and this is my diesel mechanic, Mr. Tristan Johnson. And he had to change my fuel filters, and I mean, well, you've done some work on it.
A list of stuff.
Yeah, a list of stuff, man. So we got power back in the old 7 F250 now. Yeah, so we're good to go. But look, he's stopping by. We're gonna do a taste test on these pork chops, and this I'm gonna let Tristan taste this chicken wing too. But I'm just gonna cut into this pork chop real quick because I want y'all to see something. I want y'all to see this smoke ring here.
That's a plastic knife you're using there, right?
Look at there. Well, yeah, that thing's been sitting, but boy, that thing looks pretty, don't it? Mm-hmm. All right, Tristan, you gonna do the honors?
I'm doing all
Tell us what you think.
our dog. That's pretty darn good right there.
Give me a bite of that.
I just lost 10 pounds, I'm about to gain it.
If you hang around here and you won't be thin, I promise you that. Woo, that is pretty right there. Man, that's the only way to do pork chops now. We just started smoking them. We use this Smokehouse Bayou steak dust. We smoked these with pecan and a little bit of cherry, and man, they came out really good. All right, you wanna try that chicken leg?
I'll try it. Holy cow.
No, that's chicken.
That's pork and chicken.
Oh Lord. Give me a minute, there won't be nothing left on the bone.
That good?
Stuff is good right there. Falling off the bone, that's how I like it.
Well, look, we got to load this food up to take to their rehearsal dinner. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please comment, like the video if you liked it, hit that thumbs up, and give us a new subscription there if you enjoy our channel. So anyway, we appreciate our customers, SmokehouseBayou.com, and we'll talk to you later. God bless. Merry Christmas. You gotta clean that bone up, ain't you? You don't leave no chicken on that bone.